Hey guys, coming to you this week's edition of the State of the Island Address. We've got a couple things to go over. Here in a few minutes we'll go over the fundraiser is going to start here shortly. Amber Jane is our monthly misfit, but first and most importantly, we have a bittersweet day here today. Margie here, you know, she's been working here for a while now, and she went from volunteer to actual staff member. And I'm sure you remember this guy, Gizmo, and this is one of our newest girls, Bella. You know, not every misfit here, as much as we love them, needs to stay here at all times, unfortunately. And it's for their benefit or for the benefit of the community that some of them can't actually be here. And you know how I feel, guys. I do not adopt out to random people. I don't have the time to spend on doing background checks and health checks and all that. And quite honestly, I've seen horror stories from, you know, other rescues. I just don't want the responsibility of God forbid, you know, I adopt a dog out to somebody and the dog doesn't have a good life or something like that, or has to come back or whatever. I don't want to be responsible for that. So as you know, I've partnered with other rescues, and if I ever need to adopt any out, I can always call upon them. But if anybody works here, and we've got some that are, you know, sort of special needs in their own right, that really don't fit in here for one reason or the other, you know, and they strike a bond up with the volunteers or the staff members here that we can actually let them, you know, adopt them out, or we let them adopt them. So in this particular case, Gizmo, he came to us last year, almost about a year ago, and he's a hard case. God bless him. He's been through hell, and Margie has just worked so diligently with him, like just so much. They've got a relationship that's just awesome. He adores her, and he's so standoffish in here. He has his own little crated area of a gate that we've turned into a playpen for him, basically. And he puts himself in timeout almost all day long because he can't handle the commotion and everything. He's pretty much unadoptable in any other way, shape, and form. That's why you didn't see a lot of press about him. That's why you didn't see me trying to push him on the other rescues, because he's just not the kind of dog. You need a special kind of home with a lot of love and attention, and not a lot of kids, and not a lot of other things. And then Bella, of all the dogs here, come here, baby girl. Come here, sweetie. Bella is an absolute sweetheart. She came here not too long ago. Yes, you are. I'm gonna go into this just a little bit, and I don't care if this person doesn't like me or not, but I didn't tell her story completely. She actually apparently started here in Maryland, and I don't know what happened to her owners, but she ended up in the system out in Ohio. She was at a Foster's for, I'm gonna probably butcher the time frame and maybe even the story a little bit, but the gist of it is she wasn't in the foster home for very long. Foster kept her in a damn kennel. The dog has separation anxiety, and she literally chewed her teeth and busted all her teeth up just trying to get out of the kennel. Now, we've witnessed this too here as well, that if we have to shut the dogs out back while we're doing stuff inside, she's actually burrowed under the fence to escape the backyard. So she needs a lot of special attention too. And, you know, and this is just the thing for you. If you're going to foster, you know, do your damn job. No offense. I'm sorry, it pisses me off. When the dog suffers, okay, I'm calmed down. Sorry. No, but, you know, everybody has a big heart, and that's great. But if you got a full-time job, you got kids in the house, and you got a little tiny dog, maybe you're not the best. You know, you want to help out, but donate instead of trying to donate your time in fostering a dog, because clearly they're not meant for everybody. So if you don't want the dogs to suffer. So anyway, Bella also has, I don't know what you call it. She doesn't start any trouble. And she's definitely got the alpha mentality. I've watched her try to break up a bunch of stuff, but because she's a newcomer, she doesn't get the respect for it. And therefore it starts a lot of squabbles. But she doesn't discriminate. She won't attack a dog, but if a dog attacks her or comes at her, even if it's playing too rough or unexpectedly, man, she'll go after him. And, you know, like I said, she doesn't discriminate. It could be somebody as small and delicate as Katy Perry. So unfortunately, she's a little bit unpredictable. Now, here's where it gets kind of cool, though. These two dogs love each other, and it's just weird. They've formed a bond. Gizmo, like, we have the front of the house gated off outside of his playpen area, so he basically has the whole front of the house, or had the whole front of the house. So you can see it's kind of strapped us a little bit for, you know, the rest of the dogs. They don't have as much room to move around, and you were kind of living like a king. And in Bella, being the escape artist she is, she learned to hop the gates. And next thing you know, we just find them sitting in there together, and where Gizmo would normally bark and pretty much hate every other dog coming around him, Bella was his friend. He can eat around her, she can eat around him. So Margie said, you know what, we're gonna give it a shot. And so she decided that she would go ahead and take both of these guys, because again, they're perfect, they're beautiful, they're just not quite the right fit here. And I trust that you guys understand that I always try to do what's best for all the dogs involved. And so what we're hoping here is that this works out. And if it doesn't, of course, they're coming back, and we will continue to do this, you know, the scenario that we had. But because the house is so big, and I've got the whole house pretty much open now, including the basement, Margie's going to bring them back when she comes to work with her every day, and they're just going to stay down in the basement to avoid the rest of the pack, where they can hang out with Mowgli the cat, because they both like cats too, go to figure. So
and Gizmo loves Mowgli.
yeah, Gizmo loves Mowgli, which gives Mowgli attention and gives him a buddy to hang out with during the day. So that's going to be kind of really awesome. So I want you guys to say, unfortunately, goodbye, but it's not goodbye, because we're going to get to see him. And this is really, I'm really happy about this, because this is what's best for these babies, and they deserve what's right.
See, we're all excited.
Yes, we are. So, for the rest of this week, I just wanted to go over a couple things for the fundraiser coming up. As you watch everybody come out and put, oh, Mark, you get the other gate? They can't figure out. Yeah, we're good. Oh, those West Virginians are so cute. They're not very smart, but they're cute. Bella! So as you know, we got a new addition this week in Axel, and we're saying goodbye to Bella and Gizmo. But then we of course have our monthly fundraiser, and this month is Amber Jane. So this month's fundraiser in particular is probably one of the most important ones we've ever had. We've been doing so great with the CBD line. That's awesome. That kind of stays in a different area. We're trying to do things in different directions. And so basically all the fundraising goes to the dogs and to the operations around here. And I can tell you this month in particular, every bit and then some's going to end up going to medical bills. We've got a ton. We just did all of our vaccinations as well as our checkups. And we've got a list of about 30 dogs that need things that are minor, such as dentals and whatnot, but it all adds up. And some of them are just cleanings, others are extractions and whatnot. But then we also have others that are, get them. Sorry, then we have other ones, just focus on them. Then we have other things coming up, like we have cardiologist appointments, and Lulu's going in next week to get her eyes looked at, and let's cross our fingers that there might be something that we can get done on that. I'm so excited. We have a couple neuters to be done very soon. Poor Tony Stark is officially old enough and rambunctious enough that we need to get that guy calmed down. And Axel, for as old as he is, boy, he loves to mark and claim his territory. So, and we can tell he really missed Corinne. He really likes her a lot. So we've got a lot of medical things going on this month, and it's just in the tens of thousands of dollars. So it's a lot. In regards to the fundraiser, I have to talk about the mail. I do this every single month. First and foremost, and I'll put this in the post in the verbiage. The only way that you're going to be able to get these magnets is to send the check into the address on the website, which is the P.O. Box in Ohio, or to do it through the PayPal, credit card, whatever, on the website. No more mailing checks into the Maryland Post Office. If you mail a check in there, please do not get mad. Thank you for your donation, but we are not going to deal with that, because it's kind of we're trying to do a streamlined where we're not, you understand. So please, for anybody that has been sending any checks into Maryland, specifically for you're welcome to send donations, and thank you, we appreciate it. But if you're looking for a magnet in return and you send it to Maryland, you're not going to get it. So I can't tell, so yes. So that's that, and then of course the mail. So we like, if you buy a CBD product from us, or soon to be merchandise, because we're transferring everything over with our t-shirts and everything like that, decals. We're doing stuff like pop sockets coming up soon. Any health products, we're looking at phone cases, all kinds of stuff coming up. Really cool with all your favorite. We're expanding the line. Your favorite Misfits on it. I know people have been begging for stuff with Pony, Sapphire, Nugget, Buggy, Rue, Harley Quinn, Kira, everybody. So, we're going to try to find some really cool stuff to do there. But anyway, if you buy one of those products from us, other than the current shirts, like the CBD products and whatnot, they're coming out of Ohio. We're going to send those out, DHL or one of those other companies, and you're going to get it within just a few days. International obviously takes about a week longer, and we've been having really next to no problems on international. The magnets are different. The magnets are bulk mail, so we have to send them out a minimum of 500 at a time. And we don't actually, we do about 1,500 magnets a month. That's really all we actually do fundraising wise, believe it or not. It's not as much as you think. But anyway, when we go to bulk mail them out, bulk mail, unfortunately, the United States, we're not a government, we're a corporation. The United States Postal Service, it's a corporation. So the problem with that is we get this discounted rate for bulk mail, which we need so that we can save money for ourselves, because it's not really cutting any kind of cost on our end, other than we're not cutting corners on your products or whatnot. So it's a way to save money. The problem with that is getting it cheaper isn't because we're giving them a lot of business. Getting it cheaper means we have to sort it and divide it into where it goes for the post office. So we have to do that part of the work for them. And then it means that we just have to wait 3 times as long because they're going to get around to it whenever they get around to it. And I'm sorry they're doing that. COVID has made it even worse. And the U.S. Postal Service sucks right now. I'm sorry if you're a postal worker, I love you to death, but the system's all screwed up. So basically, as you guys have noticed, anybody that hasn't gotten their magnets, everything's trickling in. It usually does on every month, right as we're starting the next fundraiser. I wish it would go out the next day. I really do. Or like next week, everybody has them, but it doesn't work that way. So I need you to try to bear with us. That it'll be 3 to 4 weeks before they get out, even though we're sending them out much quicker than that. So just please understand and bear with us on that. In regards to the fundraiser itself, we're going to kick it off here in a little while. I'll let everybody know with the next post when it's starting, and it'll run through next Saturday. So you got 7 days to get it at the discounted price, and then after that, they jump up to the $12 price for everybody. Last thing is that next month I got one I want everybody to start thinking about. Our first, get him, Kara. I know, I know, baby girl. All right, well, I'll talk about next month later. Let's come look and play with the dogs. Rocky! Get him right. Get him right. What you doing, big guy? How's my Rocky doing?